Yeah, you know, we're not the only ones who want that van. No, our next guest is desperate for it too. We first met our next guest over 30 years ago as legendary Brookside resident Lindsay Cawkill. Look at her.
I cut my own fringe there.
But now Claire Sweeney has swapped Brookside close for Coronation Street as Tyrone's estranged mum, Cassie.
Where's Tyrone?
He's not here.
You lied.
I did. Well, I had to make sure you came, didn't I?
So, he still doesn't know I'm alive?
Not yet.
You're unbelievable.
No, I'm not. I'm realistic. My ex-neighbour, James, he's let us his flat for a few weeks while he's away for the summer. I wanted to get you into Rio, but I couldn't afford it, so this will have to do.
You want me to go cold turkey?
Yep. I will help you. Neither of us is leaving the flat until you are clean and ready to meet your son.
Tough day in the office that day, was it, Claire?
Do you know, you've got to laugh. I go into makeup. I was talking to you, Michelle, your lovely makeup girl, earlier, and I said, it's such a luxury sitting there getting my hair and makeup done, because at Corrie I get a make under. I get in the chair, they give me a bobble to put my hair in, put a bit of black under my eyes, and I'm done.
Do you remember Sharon Marshall came in and unveiled you in Corrie, and we're like, because you're so glamorous, you know, it was amazing to see you like that. It really was.
And you showed that scene, didn't you? My first scene, which was a 14-page two-hander with Dame Maureen Lipman. It was a baptism of fire, but I'm loving it.
I mean, how excited are you? You're joining the most famous street in the UK.
I know, and I keep having to have little reality checks, you know, when I see, like, Audrey or Ken or...
Do you get starstruck?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been watching it for years. And it was funny how it came about, because I had a meeting with Ian, the producer, just a general meeting that my agent had set up. And we were chatting, and I was kind of pitching ideas and all that stuff, you know. And then his lovely wife, Verity, who's the producer as well, she suggested me for this part. She said, you know, we're looking for someone for Cassie. What about Claire? And it was so far removed from me. So, you know, they took a chance on me, and I auditioned, of course, and then got the role, so...
You did an audition tape, didn't you? And how did that work out? Because it was... Did you do it in your own bed?
So I get the call at 6 o'clock. Will you do a self-tape? A self-tape is when you film yourself on your phone, right? So I called my mate Joss. I said, oh, Joss, come over, and any of that white makeup that we don't know that you wear, you know, bring it over, right? So he comes over, puts the white makeup on me. I've got a big fancy silver bed, a big camp bed, right? So I said, right, I'm going to be in this bed, put the white makeup on, stand over me. So I'm doing this scene where I'm coming round from an overdose in a big silver bed with all this white makeup on, but it worked, so...
It did work.
You better tell us about Cassie and why she looks so bedraggled in Coronation Street. She's had a tough old time.
Yeah, she has addiction problems, and the writers are absolutely brilliant on the show, and I did this lovely scene where I'm explaining about why I've ended up with addiction problems, what happened to me when I was a kid, and talking about Maureen... Evelyn, isn't it? Evelyn as a mum. And, you know, it's quite heartbreaking, really, her story. So you get to know why she has ended up how she has, you know.
And your first day, I mean, they threw you straight into it, didn't they? It was really, really intense.
14-page two-hander. On the very first day, I was just sat on the cobbles as an extra, really, just a supporting artist, just kind of watching what was going on. And that was nice, because I got to settle in and meet people. Then the first day speaking was the big scene with Maureen. So
what's 14 pages look like? Give us some context.
So, OK, context here is an average scene is 3 to 4 pages, and this was 14 pages. And
so how much TV time is that
Ian,
then?
about 10 minutes, 9.5 minutes, written by Ian Kershaw. It was so brilliant.
How do you remember 10 minutes?
Oh, I put the time in, Josie. Being a bit hormonal and not having to learn lines for a while, I put the hours in on that one.
She's got a very luxurious bed, and it's, you know, and she just sits there going through her scripts. What a start to it.
I'm a little boy. You've got a little boy, haven't you?
Yeah, he's 4. You can't remember anything after, can you?
I know, but he was helping me with my lines.
Oh,
was he?
And there's bits he shouldn't have been reading, really, but I was like, just ignore that, Jackson. Just run them with me.
How old's Jackson now, then?
He's 8.
Oh, lovely.
Is he?
9, yeah.
Oh, so he's going to really get you being on the show now. They get to 8 or 9, they recognise you on telly, they take it in.
I said, do you understand, Jackson, this is like the best show on TV, and I've got a part in it. Try and get him excited about it.
You've got to bring him on a tour.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, so he gets a real sense of it. What's going to happen, Cassie? Is she going to come out of this terrible situation she's in? What's going to happen?
Yeah, well, Evelyn gets her clean. She helps her get clean.
So Evelyn's her mum.
Evelyn's her mum,
Maureen
Lipman,
Lipman,
yeah. And And then she does have a tendency to fall off the wagon. And it's finding moments as well, because everyone loves Tyrone.
They're so protective over
Yeah,
it.
and kind of as a fan of the show, I'm protective, and I find myself saying stuff, and I'm trying to take the edge off it, you know?
I mean, it is a massive role, and as you said, a lot of people are protective over Tyrone, but how do you get into a role like this? How do you get into a character like this with all her addictions?
Well, it's funny, I mean, the wardrobe department and the makeup department are brilliant, and I look so different that I actually feel different. You know, the walk changes, everything changes once I get the outfit on and the cap and the make under as such. And I spoke to my doctor. My character was addicted to pregabalin, so I went to see my doctor and asked, you know, can you advise me on this? People you've spoken to, did a lot of research as well.
What is pregabalin? Well, you've never heard of that.
Pregabalin, it's kind of, I don't want to get this wrong.
Right,
It's a
sorry.
prescriptive drug.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
Prescriptive drug, yeah. And you can, you know, there's other ways of getting it, which Cassie finds, and, you know, it's a...
So it's bringing home that to people then, raising awareness of that.
There's such a responsibility with roles like that, isn't there?
It is. It is. And, you know, Corrie have the best people helping them with research. I went to one of the places that advises them about addiction, and I went to meet them, and they're just so brilliant and knowledgeable. So a lot of research goes into the storyline and the writing. They're very thorough with it.
Hey, how about Brookie?
Oh, do you think it'll ever come back,
Brookie,
Claire?
please come back.
I don't know. I mean, they're re-showing it on ITV, aren't they? ITVS or whatever. They're re-showing it, and it's had a fantastic response. You know, it's been brilliant.
It was such a good show, though, wasn't it? It's where we all learned how to do Liverpudlian accents.
Go on, then.
All right, well, I'll do it now, like, don't mind.
very
All right.
good.
I know, but Liverpudlians and Irish people are very close, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long were you in
I'm going to
Brookie
do it.
for?
I actually quite like speaking like this. I'm going to do it. Shall I? Stop now.
That's good.
I'll stop.
That's very good.
How long were you in Brookside for, Claire?
I was in Brookside for 6 years.
6 years?
6 years, yeah. And funny enough, the guy who played my dad, he had addiction problems in it as well. So, you know, it's a really interesting story. And the good thing with Cassie as well, bringing it's not, you know, it's interesting to do a story with that drug as well, as opposed to, you know, what, you know, the heroin or the cocaine or whatever, you know.
Yeah, because people don't think prescription drugs, do they, here?
I know.
So to raise awareness for something
I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, yeah. They're so clever, the writers on that show,
Yeah,
aren't
they are.
I don't know how they do it. I don't know how, because there's a lot of TV there, right? I mean, they're constantly churning away, aren't they? I mean, the work rate in that place must be unbelievable.
It is,
They work
it
so
is.
hard,
It's
don't
so
they?
fast. It's so fast. The way, you know, the turns over, you can be doing 8 to 10 scenes a day, and then when you're in the studio, it's even faster.
Aren't they the most welcoming bunch? We went down there and we... Phil Vickery actually got caught in the rain on the cobbles. It was a really funny day, but I've just found them the most welcoming, lovely bunch up there.
They are. They are. They've made me feel very, very welcome. It's like joining a family.
Yeah.
It's absolutely brilliant.
I thought that as well, but it's the Northern, isn't it?
I know.
They're so welcoming.
And, you know, it was nice when I joined as well, because I know Helen Worth, I know Tony Maudsley, I know Jodie Prenger. You know, it was nice knowing people when I arrived there. I wasn't just walking into a room full of strangers, which was great.
Who did you get most starstruck by?
I think when I was doing it, I'd just finished a scene and I was walking down the cobbles and I saw Audrey getting into a taxi filming a scene, and I was like, oh my God, this is real now. And it was funny when I'd done my self-tape as well.
Oh, there she is.
When I'd done my self-tape, I was in the safety of my bedroom doing the audition. And then when I turned up to do the screen test with Tyrone, suddenly the cobbles were there and I was like, oh my God, it's very real now.
Amazing.
So good, you're on. I'm delighted for you, because you're so passionate about everything you do. It's great for you. Good stuff. We do want Brookie to come back, though.
Oh,
yeah, we
do you
really
know what?
do.
It was a shame it got axed, and you know there was some great actors, and a lot of the actors in that show have gone on to do really good things.
I bet people still go look for the close, Brookside Close, and have a little tour.
People live in the houses now.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they
right.
do.
That's where I'm heading to.
So,
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Coronation Street is on tonight at 8 p.m.
I'm back on, yeah.
August the 16th.
August the 16th.
Right.
Back on.
We cannot
We're
wait
on
for
it.
that, Claire.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great to
Thank
see
you very
you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.